Well, hello, this is Tim with C&D Farms, and if you're in the market for a used Kubota tractor, try to avoid one like this if all possible. Join us in a few minutes as we talk more about this tractor and the things that have happened on the farm this week. Welcome back. It's Tim with C&D Farms, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update for the week and kind of go over some of the stuff that we've been doing. Unfortunately, they were able to get some of the driveway in, so now the sun's going to come out good. Well, this is the first sun we've had most of the weekend, so and that's kind of where we're going with the farm vlog today. They weren't able to do much with the driveway. They did get cut in. We're going to try to get some video of that, but right now it's just too muddy. So for me to drive in there, I'm going to create a mess. So hopefully by the middle of this week, day Sunday, if the weather, depending on the weather, they'll be able to start putting rock down. And we'll definitely get some video of that, so, or try to get some video. A lot of this they do when I'm at work, so I kind of catch it in the afternoon, so I kind of miss what they're going to do. So today, as part of the farm vlog for the week, I was going to review our Kubota L2900 tractor. I've been kind of just going over it. We didn't really use it much for the winter because we really didn't have much of a winter. I do use this sometimes to scrape the driveway for the snow and stuff, but just kind of got it out, and I was just checking it, doing some greasing and whatnot, because next week or after they finish the gravel, one of the things that I've got to do is I've got to come in and seed the ditch lines. So I'll have some video of that as well, maybe of actually doing something. But I did want to kind of review this tractor. This is a tractor I've had for several years. I bought it from a friend of mine. He also at one time was my employer. So and he used it. We used it at the company. It's been a very, very good tractor. I do have some cons for it. So and one of the cons is probably something that you're not going to see unless you buy a used tractor, and that's one reason why I wanted to put the video out. Is a lot of us, we're not able to just go buy brand new equipment. We're always looking on the used market, and this first tractor was used, and it had had about 1,000 hours on it, maybe a little less than 1,000. And but it's still in good shape. It does have some dings and bangs on it because it was used on the farm. So one of the things that I'm going to probably do once we move up to our farm and get a shop built is I may restore it a little bit, fix some of those dings. Several of the hydraulic hoses need to be replaced. They're just old and kind of starting to get dry rotted. So that's one of the things that I wanted to kind of show you. Like I say, it's rated at a 29 or 28 PTO horsepower. So it's kind of an ideal tractor for small stuff, for around on the farm and stuff like that. It's not rated for big stuff, although I've used it probably for stuff that I shouldn't have. So sorry about that, the camera slipped. So I probably used it for stuff that I shouldn't have, or I've kind of pushed it to the limit. I know I've picked up round bales with it and whatnot, and that's kind of one of the cons that I wanted to talk to you about this tractor. I really don't have a lot of cons. My family, we've had Alice Chandler's tractors. We've had Internationals. We've had Kubotas. My father has got a Kubota as well. It's an 85 horsepower Kubota. And I've got a new Massey Ferguson that is 100 horsepower. So, and that's something that we're going to use on the farm when we start doing, if we start getting into hay and stuff later on, and if I need to pull some larger equipment. That's the reason I bought that 100 horsepower tractor, is so I could get into hay and in the future. So I didn't buy the tractor for the current need. I kind of bought it for future needs because I know where I'm going with it. However, like I said, this tractor right here is great for if you've got a small farm working around your house. I run a 5-foot bush hog behind it, and I've bush hogged all of the pastures and everything at our original place. And you know, it took a little longer because I was doing 5 foot at a time, but it worked well. So, and that's the key. I haven't really had any maintenance issues with this Kubota. If you maintain them, kind of keep them up, then that's kind of where this tractor, or a Kubota tractor, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with it. And it's nothing wrong with the John Deere tractor. It's all kind of in your preference and what's your budget and what you want to do with it. And I think that's the key. Make sure you know what you're going to do with it, and try not to over extend the tractor. And I'm guilty of that. I've kind of pushed mine too far sometimes, and that's when you usually break something, is when you're pushing it too far. But anyway, I'm going to show you the one con on this tractor that I don't like. And this is more for the people that may, and I'm going to kind of get the tripod set up right here. This is more for the people that may buy a used piece of equipment. Because I'm going to say that most newer tractors now, I know the ones that I've looked at, don't have this. So you may can still get them. But one of the things I wanted to show you is this tractor right here has pins. So it's not a quick connect. So to take this bucket off right here, you know, you've got to drive the pins out. We've got to take this bolt out. And it's just kind of a little bit of a pain to do that. And that's why a lot of times it doesn't get removed. You know, I've got a set of teeth that go on this bucket. They bolt on to the front, so I can at least have 2 buckets with one bucket kind of being the main, so the teeth do bolt on. Right now I don't have the teeth on, and I've actually got a homemade bale spear that kind of fit, and this was something that the original owner had. But if you noticed right there where that I got to get my camera, that little piece right there, we take the bale spear from a 3-point hitch and we welded some little attachments on it, and it fits in the bucket, and then the 3-point hitch part will attach to the bucket on the top link. So it does make for a bale spear. The only problem I had with that is a lot of times I had to get a strap because the bottom would kick out. So it's not optimal. So if you were looking for a new, or if you're looking for a used Kubota tractor or any other tractor, to be honest with you, because I know Case, some New Hollands, all of them, the older ones did have the pins. Try to find one that's got the skid steer quick attach. My newest tractor, it's 100 horsepower, that's what it's got. It's got the skid steer quick attach. Now, my dad's tractor, it's a 85 horsepower Kubota, and it's got what's called a European style, which is 2 knuckles on the end, and it's still a quick attach where you can come off, but I can't use the buckets for my larger tractor for his tractor. However, I can use skid steer buckets, and there's just a lot of different attachments out there for on that skid steer platform. Now, if you are buying, and if you happen to find a used tractor that you like, it's within your price range, then what you can consider is, and I'm going to look at it for this tractor when we move, I'm probably going to do it, is, and maybe we can do a video on installing that, but that'll be on down the road, is you can get an adapter plate. So, and I'll probably do that, especially since I'll have that quick attachment on the other one, because some of the smaller implements I could probably use on both tractors. The larger bucket I can't. But if I get that adapter plate to go on this tractor, then it will be skid steer rated for those type of attachments. Now, the one thing you have to consider with that is that does add weight to your tractor to the front, and that may take a little bit of your lifting capacity away. I don't think it, and I don't know the weight of those adapter plates. I don't think it'll take that much, and I really don't think you would notice. And I think the benefit would far outweigh what little weight you would lose in your pickup capacity. So anyway, just kind of a quick review on the tractor here. This, like I say, it's an L29, and it's an older tractor. To be honest with you, I don't know the year when it was done. I'll see if I can put that in the description, or I'll have it running across the screen, because I'll have to look that up. But if you are in the market for a Kubota tractor or a used compact tractor, this is an ideal tractor for you, I think. And for me, the only other con that I have for this tractor, and that's just two, so I've got a whole lot of pros. It's versatile, it's easy to operate, and the newer one's even better. This one was kind of pre-hydrostatic stuff, so it's still gear driven. So the one other con that I have is it's a lightweight tractor, and that can be a pro as well. It's a lightweight tractor, and if you've got to move it, if you're the type of person you got to go from farm to farm, and you don't really need that weight, it makes it a whole lot easier to transport from place to place. You don't have to have as big a trailer. You may have some weight restrictions in your state. So that right there is a pro. But for me, it's also a con, because sometimes when you're trying to do stuff, especially when I was picking up hay bales, that lightness kind of worked against me. My hydraulics had the ability to pick up the hay bales, but the back, and I could have added ballast, and usually when I had to do that, I always put the bush hog on the back of the tractor, or I had a heavy road blade that I had to put on the tractor as well. They do make kits to where you can put ballast or put weight on the 3-point hitch to counteract that. So that is stuff out there, but there's other tractors out there that have a lot of more built-in weight, and that's something that there again, it's specific to you. Look for what you want in a tractor. So that's kind of my review today on this Kubota L2900. Like I said, it's a really good tractor. I've enjoyed it. It's helped me do a lot of work on this on my current homestead, and it's helped me do a lot of work, and it's getting ready to help me do some work on the my new homestead. I'm gonna put my landscape rake on the back of it. I'm gonna dress all of the ditches up before we put the seed down, and then we're gonna put a straw mat down as well right before that, and then stake it down. So we'll have some video of that. So instead of me using a large 100 horsepower tractor for that, I'm gonna use a small one, because that's what it's designed for, and it fits in the ditch as well. And in this case, the lighter weight, if it's still a little wet, will be a benefit, not a con. So until we get to our next video, sorry we didn't have any video of the new homestead. Hope to have that out soon. And some of you may notice, even though we're in this COVID-19, that I got all my hair cut off. One of the things is you have to be creative at home. So we had some shears here, and they weren't the ones we use for the goats. So I actually had some that I bought years ago, and just said I was going to do my own haircut, but then we decided it was just easier for me to go and get it cut at the barber or the same place my wife goes. But anyway, but they're all closed due to this COVID-19, and you can't get a haircut right now, so you had to go back to the home. So I hope it looks all right. I ain't got a lot left anyway, so it's mostly all falling out. But anyway, until we get to our video when we get on the farm, you know, if you like his content, please subscribe to the channel. That really helps us out some. I'm really kind of getting into the YouTube. I know I've still got a lot to learn, trust me. I'm goofing up about as much as I'm doing it right. Probably goofing up more than I'm doing it right. So but anyway, I just hit the like button if you don't mind. If you like this type of content, we'll get some more out soon. And until then, until the next video, be safe. You know, praise God for the country that we have, and we pray that this pandemic that we have on this country will come to an end soon. So until the next video, thank you for joining our channel, or thank you for watching this video, and we'll have more about the tractor in action. I'll have a video on the Massey Ferguson as well, and we may do some other videos about some of the other farm equipment, which everything that we have, I'm going to start listing in the description. So if you got any want something or want to look at it, go to the description. There may be a link there to take you to the website where we got it. So until then, have a good one. God bless.